Stream. Woof. Okay, right, just close down that. Okay. Someone's being very fast. Okay, let's double check this. I'm gonna actually double check the trash in Kazan. TP2 zone with all that. Item cache downloaded. Okay, that's working. Right, okay. That should be good. Let's just double check. And TSM's updated. Sweet. Okay, right. Gonna make sure that everything's all sorted. We'll start in just a moment. Just need to sort out a couple of things that I hadn't anticipated for. Woof. What's going on? Okay. Right, Discord's up, sweet. Okay, we will get started in just a moment. Just need to do my standard things and then we'll get started. Hopefully everyone is doing quite well today. Okay, no, disable that. And yeah. Okay. Okay. Really? I keep messing that up. Do that. Do that. There we go. And then that's done. And that's done to Discord. Okay, cool. We can close that down. So that works. Okay. Hello everyone, and today we're gonna actually be doing some more dungeon farming for instance gold. This is gonna be little shorter episodes into one massive live stream to see how things are gonna actually go along. Today, for this one, our first dungeon that we're gonna be checking out is called, obviously, the Kazan Trash Farm. Now, this one I actually generally like. It's one of my go-tos whenever I'm trying to get high-value recipes or transmog. This is because it's a TBC raid, or instance, which has the ability to give us loads of rare recipes from TBC, and also have a chance of getting hold of the Blade of Wizardry. The Blade of Wizardry is one of the transmog items that goes for a hefty decent amount of gold. So if we actually jump on our Brutosaurus for just one moment, we can actually check out what we're actually going to be farming for. Hey Dalla of the GG clan. Hey Rob, how you doing, buddy? I'm going to be doing a load of instance farming today. Hi Dalla, Jenny. You alright, Jenny? JR, hi, you alright, guys? We're going to be doing dungeon farming. So we're going to start with the Kazan Trash Farm. Hopefully we actually get very well. Blade of Wiz. And Blade of Wizardry is currently going for around about 239,000 gold on my server. Hence why we're going to be farming up the Kazan Trash Farm. Now this one's a really quick one in order to do. So if we just pull up our loot appraiser and get started with all of that. We're going to be doing this for the 10 instance lockout, and we're going to make sure that we jump in and out of the instance when we're actually doing it. You alright, Ria? How you doing? I'm glad everyone's actually doing alright. We're going to be doing some instance farming. So when you're coming into this instance, what you're going to be wanting to do is just by going up the stairs on the right hand side. This will lead us all the way up to the top, and in here we're going to want to gather up every single one of these mobs in the entire room. This is because the more mobs we actually slay, the easier it is, and the more chances that we get the chance of getting our Blade of Wizardry. Now, what we got to bear in mind is we don't pull this raid boss. That is one thing we don't want to do, because then we won't be able to reset the instance if we accidentally slay him. So we have to be careful when we're doing that. However, once we actually gather up all of the mobs, we can then run over here and only run around the right hand side, because the rest of the mobs will get pulled with all of the other trash mobs, as you can see. So we can get two birds, one stone, so to speak. That being said, we then just hide behind the pillar, and then all we do is use our swipe ability to gather them all up and keep going. Generally speaking, I've managed to get quite a lot of decent items from this actual particular run, or transmog farm in general. Now, once we've done that, all we're going to have to do is just jump down the hole, and then we can run out and reset the instance. It's really that simple. This is the fast run, and I generally find this one to be the most effective, because it takes me roughly around about 20 odd minutes, but we'll know once we're actually finished with our timer from Loot Appraiser, and we can log that into the Instance Farmer gold sheet, in which we can all check out. Along with that, let's just run in for our next run. Hopefully we actually get something decent from this actual run. A Blade of Wizardry would make my day, as it's been quite a rough one overall. But other than that, let's just keep going and keep on with all of that. Apparently I have an email. Nope, that email is Uber Eats. Never mind. I don't even use Uber Eats. And we'll use our speed to run around the instant, grab all those mobs. And if we want to be incredibly lazy, we can just grab that and use Soothe on those mobs. Run around the pillar so that we're out of line of sight, so all the mobs have to come to us, besides the little flame guys, who generally don't like coming to us, because they're always channeling some weird ability. However, let's just loot up again and see what we've actually got. If we get anything decent, it will actually pop up on our screen, so that is always good. Another thing of note that we actually do have is the lovely different types of materials that you actually get along with this. Unfortunately, all of the low-end transmog isn't really worth anything. We're really going for the high-ticket items when you're going for the Kazan trash farm. That being said, we're on run number 3 now. It's really that simple, and we'll just keep going. Now, we do have a couple more different types of dungeons that we'll be farming up in this live stream, so to speak. And overall, we should do quite well, hopefully, if RNG is in our favor. But generally speaking, gathering up all of these mobs isn't really that hard. We just have to make sure that we actually get them, and then we'll be all right. So let's just keep going. Woof. And I hope everyone is doing okay today with all their things that they're doing. Actually, I'm curious, what is everyone farming today or doing in WoW? Ooh. Oh, it's that low end blue. Dang, I thought we would do better than that. Okay, never mind. That's run number 3 complete. Let's just jump back out and reset the instance. Yeah, the Bringer of Death. That's a real bad one. Oof. Yeah. Hopefully we do okay with all that stuff. Ding 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 ding. Have you been doing this? Have you been doing Zul'Farrak? But after yesterday, I'm on something new. Zul'Farrak, is that for the blacksmithing recipes? No, Zul'Farrak. Yeah, I have been doing Zul'Farrak. Sorry, for some reason I thought of Zul'Gurub, and no, I've actually finished that now, and I streamed it earlier, which I'll be compiling into a video once the HD version has actually finished processing, in order to turn into a video. But the stream from earlier, I did go over my Zul'Farrak farming, and we're now just going to be doing some more instance farming, which at the moment is Kazan trash farming. And then, to be honest, I'm thinking about going for something high tier and just giving it a go, to be fair. Oh, hello. I got my hopes up so much. Really? Really? Boots of illusion. That's a shame. For the goods, but not getting much today. Oh, that's a shame. I farmed 2 broken wine bottles, 235k each. Where did you farm those, JR? That's pretty... That's... Oof. Okay, so speed buff now. Around the instance, we'll be alright. What are you after? I'm currently after anything that is a high value recipe, or from TBC, or also I'm going for like the Blade of Wizardry. Kazan trash farming has literally got one of the best, in my personal opinion. That's where I've always gotten a Blade of Wizardry, so I use it as my go-to for farming it, because I've gotten it like 3 times from here, and the only other time I ever got it was in Black Temple. From Sludge Pen west of Orgrimmar. Nice. So now we're done. Let's go jump out and reset the instance once again. As you can tell, Kazan trash farming is really, really easy in order to do. And yeah, it's pretty easy. But overall, let's just jump back in the instance and we'll just keep going. RNG fishing. RNG fishing? No, fair play. I used to like the one in Westfall, the pond, that has a chance of dropping the... Oh, it's a ring, isn't it? Damn. The Westfall pond, that has a chance of dropping a ring. I can't remember what the ring's called. But I know that was used for twink characters. So if you wanted to make like a level 19 twink, it would work. That I think it was level 19. Or something to that effect. I didn't even know that it could drop there. I thought it only dropped off that one world boss in Hellfire. No. The Blade of Wizardry is a world drop, so it actually can drop from anything from TBC. But the best luck I've always had was with Kazan. It's always worked really well. Where is the instance? This is in Deadwind Pass. just right of Duskwood if you're going north. Is it the one ring? I'm not too sure. I think it was a blue item though, and the one ring is not a blue item. I'll have to double check it. I think the pond where you are is named it. You going to work on your herb/mining character today? No, that's tomorrow, King. King, we're going to be doing the herb/mining character tomorrow, and then just do some instances for today. So overall, we should be able to do a fairly decent amount. But if we do all 3 of these instances, then I'm more than happy to keep going. Sending digital hugs. Hope you're doing well. Cheers, Fish. I hope you're doing well too, man. Yeah, doing all pretty good at the moment. Just chilling in that regard. Thanks. But yeah, like, generally speaking, Kazan is pretty good gold farm in order to actually farm up a load of stuff. So, yeah. It used to be really good for selling greens, but unfortunately, it got over-farmed a while ago, and all the greens never recovered. But I remember avidly farming for every green and just selling them. That was a bad methodology for transmog selling, because half the time you'd be paying for the cost and then you'd be losing gold, which is a bit of a pain, so to speak. Now they're all clustering together, that's good. And then we can just keep going, make sure we take out that person there, and then we can reset the instance once again. I've never run Kara Trash. Maybe I'll give it a go. Emma, feel free to give Kazan Trash a go. I've used this farm for quite a few years actually, if I think about it properly. But this one's one that I do on and off, because it's kind of like, it's like a shot in the dark. It's kind of like how I would run Sunwell. If you remember the video from the other week, I did one on that I farmed up 5 hours of Sunwell. And pretty much the Kazan Trash farm is pretty much the same as that, where you're just gathering up all of these mobs and running out and resetting the instance. The only difference with the Kazan Trash farm is it takes a little bit less time in order to complete for the hour. So you can then spend your time doing something else in that regard. So, like, I could do just something else. And overall, I'm really considering farming up like the Dwarven Dice or something. But that means having to get my rogue out and all that jazz. What? Oh, come on. Really? 2 epics. 2 epic BOPs. I just wanted 1 epic BOE. Dang. Got so lucky last time. Oh well, RNG may not be in my favour for this run. Do. That should work out quite well. Only a couple of runs left. I'm really hoping we get something from this first lockout. And then again, that is RNG farming, so should be okay. Are you farming for mats? No, I'm not farming for materials. I'm farming for transmog or recipes. In particularly, a Blade of Wizardry. Can you still get Dreamwalk in Dragonflight? I noticed I don't have it on my druid. I still have Dreamwalk on my character. And I'm pretty sure you get Dreamwalk when you do the Legion quest chain. If you don't get it just off the bat. So yeah, possibly. Is there any other way to reset an instance quickly and exit on your own besides dreamwalking? You can jump into lava. I mean that not in a silly way, but that's how I do my lockout farm for the Arcanite Reaper farm for the recipe in the Lower Blackrock Spire. As there's a pool of lava, I can just jump in there, and then after it like kills me, I can then resurrect right outside, right in front of the door, and then I can just run out, reset the instance. I do with that, and I don't know if there's any others that you can do. Maybe the monk's meditate ability. However, I haven't really tried it for myself, and yeah. Hopefully, well, I would hope so. Come here. Just overall, a druid is one of the best farming classes for gold farming, just in general. Just due to their utility in pretty much every aspect. They're just like an all-rounder, so they just win. Yeah. Monks. Yeah, monks. And I'm pretty certain that is... Yep, we're locked for the instance. Now we've done that in 18 minutes 44 seconds. So if we go over to the instance farmer gold sheet, we can go Kazan trash. We can round that up to 19 minutes, and then we can work out our farmed value for this actual gold farm. So we're actually done. Apparently it wasn't that good. But this is more of a realistic farming session instead of like doing it like 1,000 times until you get something good, then making a video on it. So let's just get rid of all these little nits and bits that we don't need. And then we can just go through what we actually do and want. No. I think it's going to be a bust. I will learn that. No. So Deathbringer, we'll go with the region sale average. No, we won't go with the region sale average, but we can always all round it. That can work. However, no other different types of things. Hello, hey, how are you doing? and just finished up the Kazan trash farm, just going through all the items. Huh? Okay. So in that lockout, we've actually managed to get pretty much nothing. So that's a great start to the gold farm, is by ending out with nothing for our 10 instance lockouts. However, we still have quite a few other things we can actually go along and do, so we can make sure to double check and keep going with all of these gold farms. So let's just get rid of all of the stuff that we don't actually need and learn what we actually do need. So Kazan Trash Farm is a bust for our farming session, so we'll just get rid of all this stuff. Actually, I do, however, want to learn that. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I know, slob. It didn't turn out good. And so exactly, we can just do another instance. However, we gotta wait till like 20 to 7. So in the meantime, in 35 minutes, we've got to double check something else. But we can make our way over to the next one, because I actually have a full list of dungeons that I want to test out. So the farm value was 0. Nothing of note. Actually, it wasn't. It was like 5 silver. We got some lovely netherweave cloth and some soul essence, which actually now has a sale value on it. And we've actually sold a Stormy Azure Moonstone thing on the auction house as well. That's not too bad. You try, that's what matters, lol. Oh, for sure. Okay, so we did the Kazan Trash Farm. Unfortunately for us, RNG did not actually favour us. However, the Kazan Trash Farm does have the ability to drop some high-end recipes. I remember getting a couple from last year, and however, unfortunately, we are unlucky. So let's just jump over towards our next instance, and then we can see where we're at for time, and then we can keep going with all of that jazz. Now, we're going to be wanting to... Actually, it would make sense if I dream walk and go straight there. Go to the hinterlands. Because our next instance on our farming sheet is Scarlet Monastery. Don't ask me why I put Scarlet Monastery. It's probably because it is due to something else. Scarlet Monastery, hinterlands. There you go. It should be okay. And we kind of want to go this way for our next gold farming session. I mean, we could always do, to be honest, we could always do an intermittent gold farm while we're waiting for instances. What do you guys think of that? Do you fancy doing an intermittent gold farm while we're waiting for the instances to run out, so we can then redo them? Go over to Tearsful Glades. We want to go into, where is it, Scarlet Monastery or Scarlet Halls? I can't remember which one it is, because the item of note that I want to go for is Scarlet Boots. I want to give a crack at farming up the Scarlet Boots, because they're about 200k currently on my server. However, the region sale average is 40k, which is still good. Yeah, you wanna do that? Okay, well, in that case, we're definitely doing the Dwarven Dice Farm. No. Yes. I can't make up my mind. I have made my mind up. Strange question, but say I get halfway through Cataclysm through time walking, and I change the time walking to another expansion, do I lose all that progress in Cata? I don't believe so, Slob. I really don't believe so. I think you retain it still. There's Scarlet Monastery. Let's keep going. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? I watched way too much Malcolm in the Middle when I was a kid. Thanks, dude. No worries, dude. Ding 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 ding. Oh, I got that stuck in my head now. It's quite sad how they changed. They broke up the Scarlet Monastery in Cataclysm and turned it only into 2 dungeons instead of 4. That's a pain in the butt. However, we can do some other gold farming intermittently. We can do something else while we're actually waiting for this. Love this instance. Hi, do you play EU or US? I play EU, buddy. But I get lost in it. Oh, Scarlet Monastery is easy after Cataclysm. Like, I remember when you could go into Armory and all that stuff, and it was so much cooler. And then they ruined it, and then I was just like, oh, okay. By the way, TV. Sorry, I can't read the Russian name. However, I'm on Argent Dawn EU, if that helps you, buddy. What else? So we want to probably go on our rogue. Yeah, that would make sense. Because we can do a dice farm while we're actually farming up all of the dungeons. Well, while we're waiting for the dungeons to reset, that would actually give us a decent chunk of time in order to do all that stuff. I think that would work quite well. Ooh. Thanks, got it, and thanks for the good guides on gold farms. Yeah, no worries, dude. I love it. I like making guides. So yeah, thank you. I think we're gonna want to go to Northrend now, because yeah, no, is it Northrend? Yeah. We'll do that. Because the highest value, if we go into farms and we go into toy farms, we can find that the Dwarven dice on my server is going for around about 876 gold. That's pretty good. However, don't worry about the sell rate. For some reason, it's being weird. However, this should work quite nicely. Oh, it's because it's at a 0.004 sell rate. Okay, probably not. We'll go for loaded gnomish dice. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I'm with you. My configuration for WorthIt. So if we just set it for the market value and then set that for market value as well, we can have a better overview on stuff. So if we just go into toys once again, and no, it still stays the same. Dang. Damn. Whew. I'm not too sure here. Yeah, we'll go for the dwarven dice. We've already decided. So let's just click on Dalaran Hearthstone and we keep going with all that stuff right there. So once this guy's set up, we can actually go for the dwarven dice farm. Actually, I do want to double check something before we actually go there. It's in old. So if we just filter and we go to Dark Moon, and then it's the Greater Dark Moon card. Meow. You alright, Evie? How you doing? Snow for Wink. That's pretty good. I don't know how much they actually cost though. I'm gonna cough. Damn. Now, hopefully that if we double check, currently we've got around about 1.8 million on our crafting after today's early morning stream going over everything. However, I will be editing those into videos as and when the stream is ready to download, because it's processing HD at the moment. It's just like stuck on it, so it's quite frustrating. But we created all of the beast decks and the elemental decks with Dark Moon cards and stuff. So just like we've got so many warlord decks. So overall from that, we actually nearly have break even with our scribe at the moment, because he started at 100k. We still have a load of silvery pigment, which to be quite frank, that's just like remnants of it, but it should be okay in the grand scheme of things. So glyph, I think I still have quite a lot of glyphs on this character that he doesn't know. Yeah, loads of legion glyphs, quite a few of those. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Hi Dalla, how are you doing today? To answer both of you, Shadowstorm and Evie, I'm doing okay, thank you very much. I'm just farming up some dungeons and chilling out. And possibly, if they turn out good, I'll turn them into a video. Maybe. But overall, seems to be doing okay at the moment. There's other different types of things that I can go for. But, yeah. Anyways. We'll keep making our way around and then we can thingy. So we've got around about 20 odd minutes before the dungeon resets for us to farm up the next dungeon, which is Scarlet Monastery. And we should be okay from there. So all we got to do now is just make our way over towards Dalaran. And if we actually make our way over towards Dalaran, we can actually do some intermittent farming. So while we're waiting for the dungeon to reset, like what we're doing right now, we can then farm up stuff in the meantime. This is typically what I do. I remember having this conversation with someone the other day about when I and them do the Vortex Pinnacle for the Volatile Air, we will then bring our Druid or Herbalist, and then we'll fly around and pick up Whiptail in the meantime, as to not waste an hour's worth of farming, but just because of a lockout. So it's being smart with your time at the same time. But at this moment in time, with herbs and that, they're not doing too good. It's kind of, yeah, not good. Not good at all. But let's just make our way over towards our intermittent farm, which will be the Dwarven Dice farm. Now, the Dwarven Dice is actually a very good gold farm for making a decent amount of gold. However, it's something I would put on par with like the Battered Hilt farm. The Battered Hilt farm is one of my go-tos. However, with this one, it is rogue specific. It is a rogue specific gold farm where you can only get it from pickpocketing the mobs in question. I'm getting so many Inferno Waste Cords. Wait, what? Emma, I do not follow. No, we're going to fly all the way over to Death's Rise, and then we can see if we can actually get it. BOP belt in Kara. Oh, you got BOPs too. I really hope you get a BOE, a decent BOE. Hopefully you get a recipe, that'd be awesome. How much gold do you have right now? It really does depend on what you mean by that. Are you talking overall gold, or gold that I have in my banker, or from the challenges? Because I can at the moment, I can tell you I can tell you how much we've got on the crafting challenge right now. With all of the other characters, I've zeroed it off from my TSM. I completely wiped it as to not fudge my numbers when I'm actually trying to do the videos. But if I had to make a guess, overall, it's roughly around about 11 million. I used to have around about 56, and then I bought a load of mounts and pets and toys. But yeah, that takes quite a long time to accumulate though. Just FYI with all that jazz. Oof. I'm really hoping that the next run does well when it comes towards the Transmog farm. Should do. Why making gold when you can buy token and sell for 300k? Well, to be quite honest, buddy, I enjoy gold farming and gold making in general. So it depends. Do you enjoy it? And is that the gameplay that you enjoy? For me, that is the thing that I enjoy, is making the gold. It's yeah, it's one of those things. I just like doing it because of like the numbers and everything. I don't know. I like nerding out about random stuff. I got around about 7 million overall. That's really good, Mush. I watch a lot of your videos, but when you going to make a new fishing video? I love gold making, it's fun. Fishing video? What do you mean by fishing video? Could you be a bit more specific, Mush? And I just want to raid. Then, well, to be quite frank, mate, if you just want to raid and do Mythic Plus, just do it. No one's stopping you, are they? Oh, Shy. Shy, hey man, how you doing? I gave him a fishing farm that is extremely profitable at the moment. Yes, you did, and do need to get my renown up with the oh my god, the Tuskar in Azure Span. Best transmog farm for me for this month was doing 5 chars, complete, mythic, heroic, normal, Tomb of Sargeras. Oh, I wonder how that turned out, Andre. You had a fishing video about a year ago, showing the best fishing spots. I love MM raids. Well, to be quite frank, at the moment, since the auction house merge has actually gone on, it's kind of killed a load of things. So if I wanted to tell you like the best fishing farms at the moment, if I change it to my custom string for WorthIt, I can go into here, have a look, and literally, even the albino cave fish farm is at 3,000 gold. That's really disheartening, if you know what I mean. It's like even like the Dark Moon Dagamore farm was really good. Now it's just like not doing that good. 8 items, 2.7 mil value. Nice. Very nice. Have you managed to sell any of them yet? Because it's all been well having the value on the auction house, but you need to still sell them. That's low, damn. Yeah, sorry, Mush. It's literally like the only things that are actually doing quite well at the moment when it comes towards like gold farming is literally transmog, pets, crafting as well is doing quite well. But overall, farming materials is really bad at the moment. So if we actually go into my WorthIt modules, you guys have access to this as well. And we go over towards all the other different types of farms, which we can actually select. We can have a look at. We can get rid of the damp scale basilisk farm. We can remove that from that. But if we literally just grab all of these, I'm going to make my computer lag really hard in a second. Battle for Azeroth's not going to do well. It's like, if we just select everything on here in WorthIt, this is good. Callum, we really need a button that just says select all. I got nothing out of Kara either. Oh, that's a bust. Okay. Scrap that with Kazan. I'm sorry to hear that, Emma. Show me farming mats at the moment, extremely good. And farming certain mats at the moment is extremely good, sorry, too. Cobra skin. You mean the Cobra Scales gold farm? Well, we can have a look in a second and see what's actually doing well. Just select it all. Well, we can have a nice little look at all this stuff right now. Give me one moment, guys. And oh, we don't want raw gold. We don't want raw gold. We don't want raw gold because that raw gold module is not doing well at the moment. Mining, herbalism, thingy, but raw gold. Battle pets, battle pets, battle pets, battle pets. Mining. You're farming it wrong. What do you think about fishing? Think about cooking. Cooking, I haven't actually tested out cooking at the moment. I've been mainly focusing on instances at the moment with all that stuff. Mainly. That's what I do, Shy. I gather them all up and burn them down as big as a pack as I can. Deselect, 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 deselect. Okay, I think that's everything on there. So let's go back to dashboard after we've gone back to our modules. It's going to make it lag, like the frame rate's going to drop real quick. I hope it doesn't. There we go. Okay, so it's now updated with all of our current things in WorthIt. So this is every module in WorthIt now. It's actually dropping my frame rate just moving it. But obviously the farmed mounts. What gold farm are you doing now? Serial, we're going to be farming up the Scarlet Monastery in just about 10 minutes time. So it should be okay. We're going to go for like Scarlet Boots or something. But in the meantime, I'm having a look at what other different types of things are doing quite well, and using WorthIt as a reference to that. So obviously the farmable mounts are doing well from BFA. However, these farmable mounts take a little while to sell. And also their drop chances are really low. Spineclaw Crab obviously gains its value because it's really low drop. Siege of Orgrimmar. Siege of Orgrimmar is a raid that you can do. We could actually do Siege of Orgrimmar. Yeah, pretty much all of these are doing pretty good in regards to that. So let's just double check our adventure guide quickly. Adventure guide. Suggested content raids. And we go down to Siege of Orgrimmar from Warlords of Draenor. No, well, not Warlords, Mr. Pandaria. Siege of Orgrimmar. Jump into here. Let's have a gander. And the okay, so the bonus loot from normal, you can go into Raid Finder and have a look. You can still get all of the pets from Raid Finder. So Spineclaw Crow is really hard to sell. Yes, Cereal is incredibly hard to sell. It's also really hard to get a hold of as well. Had to step away to take care of the bird. Where we at? Jenny, we're just having a look at different types of farms that are doing well at the moment in all regards. As the material market's a bit naff. Was just a quick visit as I'm about to raid. Good luck with the farms, all 07, and poof, vanishes in a pool of gold coins. Have a good one, Shy. Hopefully I'll see you next time. So Siege of Orgrimmar is doing quite well. So that's something we could do. That has a chance of dropping 4 different battle pets, and the lowest is 13,000 gold. The highest is 31,000 gold on my server. Oh, okay, thank you. No worries, Jenny. The next one is the Sprite Data Hatchling. Apparently so. Why am my frame rate dropping? It's because I have everything installed in the module. I'm going to have to turn that off. So when we're actually looking at this, we can see that battle pets and just battle pets in general are doing quite well. The farmed mounts are doing quite well. However, you need to be in a group to do those. Probably not anymore with BFA, but it's going to take you a while to gather up all of those mobs. So it's better done in like a group, because then you can gather them up, burn them down. The more you slay, the more they'll force respawn. The other things, loading gnomish dice. So realistically, we want to just cap it off at around about, well, even 16,000 gold for the loaded gnomish dice is still pushing it. But if it's less than 10k, you really don't want to do that gold farm. Like, hell, even going to 16k per hour is not good. You want to try and at least go for something a little bit better. Yeah, it's all high ticket items really that are doing quite well. The material market got completely annihilated with the merge. Like, if you were trying to at least try and farm up some materials to get some quick sales, dark iron ore from the standard farm, that could work. But on average, that dark iron ore farm can only give you, like, on average, like 3 blood of the mountain, 303 dark iron ore. So it depends with all that jazz. However, we can do some dungeon farming or something with all that. It is a shame that the material market got completely annihilated. So we'll just go back into modules, just turn that massive module list off so I can actually move without frame rate drops. What do you think is the best craft that would make a lot of gold? Anything that is consumables. Consumables usually do very well. If you wanted to do current expansion stuff, that would do very well for you. Other than that, yeah, it would be like something like inscription, enchanting, alchemy. They usually have the highest volume, not the best profit per item. However, they gain a lot of gold through sheer volume of that item, which just sometimes even overrides just the high ticket item craft. It really does depend on how much you actually craft and produce. And I just jumped off. That could have ended badly. My skinning is selling good. Do you have a Dragonflight Alchemist? Not at the moment, because my Alchemist we're actually currently on, and he's level 60. Herbs and ore is great for farming and making money. Really? The highest multi-farm that we've got at the moment, that I've got recorded, is the Starlight Rose Gold Farm. And that's 7k per hour. If we go over towards my farms, I have one, which is the Shadow Dust Gold Farm in Terracar Forest. That's 18,000 gold per hour. However, the sell rate for the Damp Scale Basilisk guys, well, no, the Shadow Dust is at 0.05. Good luck, buddy. Orgrimmar. Nice to see you, dude. And all of that jazz. So it really does depend. Like, you can farm up that 18,000 gold per hour farm. Yeah. Yo, you alright, Jake? How you doing, buddy? And but the sell rate on that, you've got to weigh off if it's actually going to work or not with all that stuff. However, raid farming can do wonders if you've got an old army at the moment. I did that a while back. Farming up the one ticket items such as like the Steel Tome of Lost Legion is doing well. Battered Hilts. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm just waiting for my thing. Okay, good goal from their ground. I can't think of any material farms that are doing very well anymore, to be honest, in the general sense of things. It's like, let's just go to traded goods, open that all up. What's the highest priced item with traded goods? So the cards. Wait, 4 of blockades. Oh no, wait, they're fake valleys. Never mind. Flavor pocket. Yeah, literally. You seem bored today. Bored today? No, I'm not bored. Just answering some questions. However, our time is ready for the gold farm. Cards have always done well. Yeah, cards have always done well. I was mainly looking at old school expansion ones. I talked about that one, the Dark Moon cards, the old school ones. I crafted a ton of those yesterday, and I did a short little segment on that in the previous stream from this morning. Basically, it boosted his auction house value up to 1.8 million. Now I've got to sell them, but it cost me like next to nothing to make. So at a chance of getting that with that investment, that's pretty good overall. So, however, I think it's about time we actually start doing some of the lovely Scarlet Monastery. I'm at 62k gold now. Nice! That's very nice to hear. Let's set up ourselves. Apparently someone else is farming this. That's quite nice. Mark of the Wild. You have a lot of 60s. Yes, I do. Yeah, basically I need to power level these things as of next week. Get them all up to level 70. It's just a pain in the butt to just level at the moment, so I'm waiting for time walking to level everything up. Been using your vids. Also, what add-on is that? Which one, Jake? You mean the Loot Appraiser? But regardless, let's actually start this gold farm. So, 2 secs. You need some help? I got you. Yeah, can you explain the add-on if possible, while I do the farm? But basically, we're gonna try. Is this one Scarlet Monastery? Yeah, it is. So we're going to be farming up Scarlet Monastery. The item of note that we're actually going to be looking for is the Scarlet Boots. currently on my server of a min buyout of 200,000 gold and a region sale average of around about 40,000 gold. However, a load of other different types of items are the Sunblazed Coif, the Beguilar's Robes, which actually is going for a decent chunk of gold of 17,000 gold. Also, the Chesterford Musket for 14,000 gold. The Cobalt Crusher with a min buyout at 89,000 gold. No other additional information for that. And the Archon Chest Piece, which actually doesn't have a value at the moment because it's not on my auction house, so I don't have the necessary data for that. That being said, let's go do an hour's worth or a lockout of Scarlet Monastery. Oof. And we are going to have to reset our thing. So with this actual farming section, I actually like to take out all these at the beginning. This does add a little bit of additional time, but it gives us a little bit more. We want to actually take out these little piles of corpses. However, because they'll still keep spawning the zombies, and it gets really frustrating when you cannot actually do anything else and you're constantly in aggro. So taking those out is very helpful in the grand scheme of things. And overall, we can just carry on with all that jazz right there. Oof. There we go. Now I'm going to just use Soothe on that pack of mobs and then make sure we get aggro of the boss, and then we can grab these guys to grab aggro with this. We just need to grab aggro with one, and then they all start pooling over. Once they're in a pack, burn them down and then keep going. Nothing from that one. These Judicators actually have a decent loot table, so make sure to actually take these guys out as well when you're actually doing this. And that is why you do it. You get a piece of armor for 6,604 gold. Nice. I'm very happy with that. The Scarlet Monastery is paying off. Thank you very much. That just made me feel better after Kazan, I've got to be honest. A little bit too more happier than I care to admit, because we got nothing from Kazan. Oh well. So now let's just carry on and gather up all of these other additional mobs. When we're actually doing this, once we've gathered up these lots in this little courtyardy area, we're going to want to speed up and then gather up all of the mobs along with that. Run past these monks and then just gather them up moving forward. Now, remember when it comes towards transmog that the high value items, they still got to sell. So we shouldn't be jumping for joy too soon, because it can get a little bit overwhelmed. So what we'll do is we'll just make sure that we can run around the corner, kill that pack, then kill this pack. And this is why we use swipe, because it works for us quite well. And that is all of those mobs done. Now, you can call it at that if you so wish and run out and reset the instance, but we're not going to do a half-hearted way of doing it. We're actually going to do a full clear, because we have enough time to do a full clear. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run down this specific area. We're then going to make our way over here. We're going to use Soothe on that pack. And with these guys, we're going to use our lovely Typhoon to cause more aggro to come. With that being said, we can then run over and grab all of the other different types of mobs, and then we'll be wanting to run out and hide around the corner. These guys are out of line of sight. That means all of the casters have to come to us before we burn them down. Gathers them all up, and then we just burn them down as such. And then once that is done, all we have to do then is just dreamwalk in and out of the instance. Now, you can dreamwalk out of the instance if you so wish. However, it does like to port you elsewhere when it comes towards actually doing anything else to that effect. So what we do now is we will do that and reset the instance. Apparently, we actually have a bug with Loot Appraiser. Loot Appraiser libs HGUI. Okay, HGUI lib. Okay, that bug's easy to fix. But I don't own Loot Appraiser's not my add-on. However, I might just personally fix it for myself. And then we'll just run into the instance and redo what we've just done. So that's run number 1 done in thingy. So this is roughly going to take us around about 40 minutes to actually do, if that took us 4 minutes to actually complete the first run. So we'll just keep doing this and keep running in and out and just burning all of these trash mobs down. This is looking better than the other ones overall. So we'll just keep going with all of that, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay. Still making sure that all that stuff is done. I saw I saw Mr. This candy bar at my shop named These Nuts. Nice. I actually haven't tried anything from Mr. Beast, I'll be honest. Yeah, I watch his videos from time to time, but that's about it. And then all of these mobs are going to gather up like we did last time. Remember, we took out all of the skeletons, so then all we do is just take out that mob, burn it down, and then let's keep going. Speed up and take out the judicators, don't forget them. And then once we've done that, we can then start gathering up all of the other additional mobs for this gold farm, like we did. Typically, I like to go right and gather up all of the mobs. I go in through here and run up all the way up the corridors, grab this pack of mobs at the end, and then we can soothe them and then just do a complete loop, and then we go and we start gathering up all of these mobs. The idea is to try and seemingly pick up all of the mobs in one session and then burn them down, pretty much like Shy said earlier in the stream. Now, that's generally okay. Like, we can use a soothe for that. I just balled that up. There we are. I didn't ruin that. Nah. Okay. Okay, let's just speed this up and let's just keep going. Overall, let's just do that. Run around the corner so the spellcasters have to run. There's a lot of fire on my screen right now, and burn them down. And we've destroyed all of them in one session. That's pretty good. We'll just keep farming and looting, farming and looting. Now they're all gone. We didn't actually get anything decent of note from that pack pull. Hopefully we get something better on the on the inside. I love how I go blah, blah, blah when I can't actually think of anything, when I'm stumbling over my own words. I think I'm talking too fast. Oh well. So like before, let's just Typhoon, knock those back, and then run round. These mobs will gather that pack. I don't need to worry about them. And we can then run around the pillar where all of the spellcasters are in line of sight. And then you can just run around the corner like as such. And if you hide like that, you can then boom, and she's dead, and that's all done. So now all we have to do is now reset the instance. We don't need to take out the boss, otherwise you're going to have a massive RP event, and it's very boring, and yeah, not something I typically enjoy. Is an RP event that is from old world. Should be okay though. Should be okay. Okay, right. Now we've done that. We've reset the instance. We can fly back in, and then we can reset and do it that way. 9. I think I'm overtired. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. So take out these mobs, don't forget to loot them at the same time because they all share the same loot table, so they have a chance of dropping some high-end transmog, so don't forget that, otherwise you're missing out on loot. You basically loot everything. I haven't done this gold farm in so long yet, I still remember how I do it. So much fun. To be honest, I wouldn't mind doing some raid farming, to be fair. I might do a raid farm. Oh, I could do that Siege of Orgrimmar that we were just talking about before we had to do the thing. Hey all, you alright there? How you doing? Wait for these guys to cluster up, and boom. Done, and done, done, done. Let's keep going. No, that works quite well. It's getting dark. Woof. I just pressed something. It opened up a Word document. Really? Scarlet Farm, what are you looking for? Lillian Voss Heritage Armor or something? No, we are farming specifically for the Scarlet Boots and all of the other BOEs that actually come from this dungeon, as they actually sell for a decent chunk of gold on the auction house, and if we are lucky enough to get a hold of at least one of these, it will be worth it for us. However, we have gained one item of transmog, which is just a green item, for around about 6,000 gold. We actually can check the sell rate after we come out of combat, and we can have a look at it at the end of our initial instance farms. We can run around the corner, run out of line of sight. This makes all of the mages and everyone run directly to us. This means that we can then just go like that, and we take out all of the mobs. And I completely balls that up for the explainer. And so we're good. Run into here, gather up all of the mobs. Now I've shown you like twice, we can just speed run this. Great, how about you? I'm doing all right, buddy. I am doing all right. The initial goal, the initial day has been half and half, if I had to be honest. It's just one of those days, but it'll be okay. However, let's run around the side of the instance, make all of the mobs come towards us, like we did before, and boom. All of the mobs are down, and then we loot, dream walk, let's go. We can have a look at all of the different stuff. I'm really liking that Scarlet Monastery isn't giving us too many grey items, so our bags aren't going to fill up like crazy, because that is one pet peeve that I hate from our Zul'Farrak farm. So then we can dream walk in and out, pretty standard and pretty straightforward. Should be all right. And yeah, I've never done Siege of Orgrimmar. I would very happy if you did that one. Jenny, I'm more than happy to do Siege of Orgrimmar for you. We can do that as our next instance to farm, can we? So what are you trying to get out of here? Like I said, Scarlet Boots. Yeah, I'm basically going for the high ticket items. So while we're gathering up all the mobs, we'll go over it in just a second. Typically speaking, if I move WorthIt over here, and then while I'm farming this, I can read them off to you. The items of note that we're actually farming up for the Scarlet Monastery gold farm is the Scarlet Boots, the Sunblaze Coif, the Begular's Robes, Chestful Musket, Cobalt Crusher, and the Archon chest piece. These items can sell for some hefty amounts of gold, and these are the items that we're actually specifically going for. The lowest value one is around about 13,000 gold, and the highest is around about 89,000 gold for one of these items. So if we're lucky enough to get a hold of one of these items, that will make it worth it for us, hence WorthIt. But overall, we're doing quite well in the grand scheme of things when it comes towards just farming it up, and hopefully we actually get something decent from all of this stuff moving forward. Very much looking forward to getting back to farming up the challenge, the 1 to 70 mining and herbalism challenge. That should be fun. See how much gold we can actually produce from that. It would have been a lot better without the auction house merge, but you know. Boom. And we'll keep going like that. Should be good. Now we don't want to forget that pack of mobs, because that's at least 5 of them, and we kind of want as many mobs as possible to be gathered up when we're actually farming this stuff. So let's just gather these guys up, and we're going to finish off round about here in the thing. Let's just do this, grab the boss, and then he'll pull all the other mobs subsequently, and then we can just do that. And actually there's no other mobs, so we can hide around here and we can pause and wait for all of the mobs to actually come. And that dude likes fire, and then all we gotta do is just AoE, AoE, and then all of those mobs are done and they're all looted. So let's just carry on with our gold farm. Yeah, nothing of note at the moment besides that one item, which is at a 0.01 sell rate. So it's a basic standard transmog piece to sell on the auction house for 6k. So not the end of the world. Yeah. So as before, Typhoon, spin around, and then just we'll run back to all that stuff. We'll just actually just run around the corner. Oh yeah, soothe. Haha. I don't know why I find that so entertaining. But they're all gone. Let's do that, and now we can reset the instance once again. This will be run number 5, the next one that we do. So we'll be about halfway through, which is on time for us, as our first run was around about 4 minutes. We should finish up on run number 5 around about 5 minutes, and around about 20 minutes, equaling in this gold farm to be roughly around about a 40-minute gold farm for a full clear of this actual dungeon, skipping the last boss, who takes forever. Always skip the first boss in this dungeon, because you don't want to do the RP event. It doesn't give you anything. Just skip it. Yeah, unless you're going for like transmog pieces for yourself, like BOP. But we were looking for gold, so we want something a bit more decent. So now that's reset, let's just come in here and start farming up all of these mobs once again. Should be okay. I'm really hoping that RNG I'm really hoping RNG loves me in a minute, and just give me something cool like Scarlet boots. If he gave me the Scarlet boots, I'd just call it a day now. Nah, I'd finish the run. It'd be one of those things. So we've just soothed those, gathered them up. Should be okay. Okay, they're all gathered up. Burn them down. Let's go. Keep going. And speed up. Don't forget the Judicators, because their loot table was pretty good, so we don't want to forget them. We want to soothe. Just run past them, and then we can just keep going like that. And hopefully we can actually get lucky in some regard with all of that stuff. Just soothe those guys as well, and then we'll keep going. You can also use Typhoon to actually aggro mobs as well. However, I think we're going to have pretty much all of them now. So, we should be okay. So soothe, grab them round, rinse and repeat the Zao process. Oi. Okay, these ones didn't actually get aggroed. So we're going to have to do it right here and just burn them all down. Burn them all down even more. So that's going to add time to us, which is a pain. But, you know, we will be fine. We'll just keep going. And I just used Soothe on that guy, so we'll use Typhoon on that side, and then speed up. We can use soothe on that to grab those guys. Maybe grab this pack at the same time, and then hopefully we can run around the corner and we can keep going like that. Should be okay. And now they're done. Let's loot. Oh, Conjurer's Shoes. Ah, no, less than 1,000 gold. I don't want it. Go away. But can I learn it? No, it's cloth. I don't want it. Oh wait, it's a bad value anyway. So that's done there. That is just like what I said, around just about 20 minutes for our farming session. And the silver thread armor is actually not bad on a region sale average as well of around about 1.6. So that's not too bad. But on my server it's 6,000, so I'm quite happy with that. That should really boost us up. All of the other different types of greens that we're actually going for, I'm probably going to just get rid of. We don't actually need them. There's pointless selling stuff that just won't actually sell. We're going for the higher ticket stuff. Oh, nice amount of things. So at the moment, I'm going with the aspect of if it's around about 1,000 gold or higher, then we keep it, and then we cross-reference it after the farm and make sure that do we actually want to sell this, yes or no, and if not, oh, nice scary cow. Oh, that actually sells. I know that sells. The Night Sky Cow. 1,000 gold. That's I'm not happy with that. Just give me the BOEs. Just give me the decent BOEs. That would be awesome. Please. Love me. So, get aggro the boss. It'd be easier if I just grab him here and then make them come to me. He's summoning ghouls. Then burn them down. And then keep going. Is there any gold at all in running old raids for raw gold, or is it super nerfed now? It's super nerfed, dude. Super nerfed. It used to be good, and then Blizz decided to make things not fun for me anymore, because I did like raw gold farming old raids, because you could get the raw gold and you had the chance at the pets, and yeah, I'm not happy with that. We're going to do some raid farming actually in a bit after we've done Scarlet Halls. So I tell you what, guys, if you're watching, after Scarlet Monastery, we're going to do some old raid farming. So if you want, do you want me to check out a specific raid? Because otherwise I'm going to go with like Siege of Orgrimmar. Is there any others that you would like me to check out? If so, say them now and then we can do them. Run around the corner, get rid of that, and then we can be all right with everything else with that jazz going forward. Burn them down, loot all of the mobs, and nothing from that pack of mobs. Let's run inside and gather them all up. Should be okay. Actually, could do Bastion of Twilight. Do 9 runs of Bastion of Twilight, and then on the 10th run do a full clear. That would work. And do that with the Potion of Treasure Finding. But then again, it would be more effective with that if we did it over. Yeah. You could get more out of it by doing 4 lockouts of Bastion Twilight, but then again the material prices that you actually get for your time is not actually particularly worth it anymore. Oh, Glimmer. Oh, really? Glimmering Mail is actually worth just that much on my server? Well, that's disappointing. You used to be good. Oh, min buyout. Min buyout's 851. I'm not selling it though. I know, no. Molten Core? Nah, Jake, I'm not doing Molten Core, buddy. Molten Core is like hard RNG. Whether you're going to get a decent item or not. Yeah. Unless you're doing dark iron ore farming, it's not particularly worth it. Like running out and resetting the instance. But thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, I'm on call for my server. It's crazy. Ah. I am slightly confused now, bud. Jake, I'm slightly confused. But yeah, run through that, get the adjudicators, we're done. Really hoping we get something decent, because this will be our 7th run, so hopefully we get something decent out of this. Well, I'd like to think so. Are we talking about the same raid, Jake, of Molten Core? Because the epics on my server sell only for like 100 gold a piece that you get from Molten Core. The one what sells good. Yeah, how much gold making off that run? I'm still doing the run. I'm actually surrounded by fire at this moment in time. So, there we go. Anything decent? No. Yes. Yeah, man. Jake, the epics on my server just only sell for like 100 gold a piece. So, it's not actually worth it or viable for me to actually farm that up. Talking about the mats. Okay, Blood of the Mountain. Blood of the Mountain. Yeah, it will be where it's region wide now, mate. So, So yeah, for me, we looked at it earlier. It was roughly just under 8,000 gold if we did the dark iron ore farming in Molten Core. Even with the Blood of the Mountains, it's still not viable for us to farm if we want a decent gold per hour. However, let's just go in and out with our Dreamwalk ability. Jenny suggested Siege of Orgrimmar, which I am definitely behind on that one because the gold per hour on that's pretty good. Throne of Thunder's pretty good as well as a nice little raid. Not sure I want to take the risk with Temple of Encourage, because Temple of Encourage can give you Viscidus Globule, but you only have a 10% chance of getting it for that farm. However, that is higher than the other ones for farming. Those go for like one. Yeah. Throne of Thunder. Yeah, Throne of Thunder, that came in Mr. Pandaria. It depends if you get really lucky with the Blood of the Mountains, Jake. Because I've done runs with that, and sometimes I've gotten only 5 Blood of the Mountains, and honestly, the RNG on it is a bit haywire. I'm not a big fan of doing that one anymore, really, because it was better when the Blood of the Mountain was going for a little bit more gold. That was actually a lot easier for me in the grand scheme of things. Oh, Throne of Thunder would be nice to see. I have never I've never been in that instance. Yeah, that instance actually can drop some decent stuff. So if we pull up WorthIt once again, oh, I opened WorthIt guides. Let's just pull these guys first, and then we can just keep going. So we'll just stop here. I'll pull up WorthIt. So if we go into the actual raid pets, we can see that Throne of Thunder has some decent pets for this actual raid. So we gather them all up. We didn't actually get anything of note, so let's keep going. Pygmy Direhorn, 2,000 gold. Living Sandling, 1,244 gold. That's not too good. The Jaccoon Hatchling at 2,307 gold. Living Fluid is where it's getting its high value from, which is 43,000 gold for that one pet. And then the Vicious Horrors, 3,000 gold. Son of Animus is 5,000 gold. So realistically, you're only going to get a decent amount of gold if you farm up Throne of Thunder and you just get that one item. Gustavo, I'm a bit confused by your emoji. I get confused a lot. So Throne of Thunder would be probably actually I'm going to suggest against that one, but Siege of Orgrimmar is pretty good as all of them are just are over 13,000 gold, so it's worth the chance if every battle pet that comes from that is around about 13,000 gold, then you know you have literally a chance of getting something decent from that. And then make sure we take out this guy, and then we can run into the halls and do the full clear on that. Should be okay. RNG is literally not liking me today. Do you run Blackrock? Which Blackrock, mate? Are we talking about lower Blackrock Spire? Upper for the Lanticore spawnling, or what have you? Which instance in Blackrock specifically? Because you've got Blackwing Descent as well. I'm assuming it's like lower Blackrock Spire. Actually, I've got an idea. Lower Blackrock Spire. I haven't run it in quite a long time. I'll be honest with you. Actually, let's quickly sort out our bags quick. So let's sort through that. We'll open up our thing and we'll just sell trash. Sell trash, sell trash, sell trash, sell trash, sell trash, sell trash. And then we got that. Organize that, put that over there. And now we can actually continue our goal from on the last few runs of this. Woof. We can speed run through this bit and jump through. Yeah, honestly, I don't really farm lower Blackrock Spire in quite a while, to be honest. I know it's decent. I know you can get some decent stuff from it. But overall, I prefer things like, well, everyone knows I like Diamol. Diamol is one of my favourite gold farms to do. It's just because you get some decent stuff like pretty much every time you farm it. It's not stingy on RNG. No, we'll just speed up. Grab that. Typhoon. Jump. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, we can have a look at it if you really want to. Because I have it on here. Where is it? Yeah, Blackrock Spire here. Stockade Pauldrons, 26,000 gold you can get from Blackrock Spire. Also the pattern robe of the Archmage. However, the robe of the Archmage will vary on your server dependent. But for me, it doesn't go for an awful lot of gold. If I'm really going for something like high ticket, I would aim for like Gnomeregan's a good one. However, I really detest farming that farm. It's I don't consider that fun. But yeah, should be okay though. Stratholme's pretty good. Stratholme is actually not a bad transmog farm. You can get some decent stuff from that if you wanted to do something a little bit different. To be quite honest, we could do Mana Tombs. Mana Tombs is pretty good for items. However, I don't have necessary data of items of note from Mana Tombs. That's disappointing. I don't think RNG is going to like us today. I'm gonna close down WorthIt, then we can just do that way. So this next run is our last run. 26:59. Yeah. Great. Please drop something good. It would be good. It would be nice. Please. Okay, let's just jump in and have a gander. I need enough gold to buy Dragonflight. I'm at 181k now. Any of your videos you'd recommend to watch to farm? So you're aiming to buy Dragonflight with your gold. Fair enough. That makes sense. To be quite honest, we were talking about stuff like this yesterday. In your case, I would recommend going for like high ticket items. It depends how much time you do have to spend on gold farming, but at the end of the day, high ticket items will be a good thing, such as like if you've got a rogue, you can use the dice farms. That's pretty good. You can also do the BFA mounts, which we covered earlier. We discussed that, and that could do very well. Yeah, mainly just high ticket stuff, like stuff that I'm doing with transmog, because you can either get really unlucky or really, really lucky with these gold farms. Do you know if there's a limit on how much mail you can have? I don't know if there's a mail cap, Rhea. I really don't know. And Jenny, Noah, he is doing Siege of Orgrimmar next. after this one. Maybe that will help you. Yeah, I'm going to do Siege of Orgrimmar next, and we can have a look at that. Really hope we get something good from this one though, and I forgot to pull these mobs. Right on, I'll look into it. I'll have a druid at level 60, maybe max my rogue. Yeah, your druid could definitely farm more effectively than your rogue though. Jenny, thank you. Yeah, well, keep on with this, and we'll all stick together, and we'll think of ways to help each other out, make some gold. And run around here, make all the mobs come to us. Big fire dude's gonna go crazy, and jump, slash, and they're all gone. Now let's loot up all of the stuff, and nothing decent from that. Shame, for shame. There's like leather working and motorcycles. The cap is really, is really 30 days. Then it gets sent back. Cool, I'll subscribe, bro. Yeah, no worries. Well, that's what the whole channel's all about. Basically, I'm going to clip all of this stream stuff. If we get anything decent, we'll clip it, and then we'll go over all of this stuff. So make like reference content for everyone. I'll be doing that tomorrow, and making sure that all gets done just before I start streaming the level 1 to level thingy. Okay, and that is the gold farm. All bind on equip items are good for you now. Yeah. All of the high value BOEs, blues, will do quite well for you. However, don't get fooled by the greens, just so you're aware. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you for your server. I always go with at least a minimum of 1,000 gold for one item if it's a green, or I bump it up to around about 5k, depends on how stingy I feel like being. Maybe put some kind of FAQ video if there is one. I missed it. Great guides, by the way. Well, to be quite honest, PL, we could do a Q&A in a minute. Couldn't we? We could generally do a Q&A. However, the instance farmer gold sheet for Scarlet Monastery took us, what was it? 42 minutes. And our farmed value is really easy to calculate, which is... oh man, 992 plus 6.6 dash 500. Oh, why isn't it called? Oh yeah, it's caused an error because I used a dash. So for the 42-minute gold farm. So for our gold farm, it took us roughly around 42 minutes, and with 2 items of note, which is the silver thread armor and also the night sky cowl. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the high ticket items from this particular dungeon, which are of course the scarlet boots. But aside from all of that, we're going to be checking out another gold farm very, very soon. We just got to wait for our instance cap to run off, which will be around about 22. Alongside that, I am going to learn all that stuff right there. That's going to work out quite nicely. It's so annoying to hear you say, "Are you even trying?" I was okay. Wait, adventure level motorcycles. So annoying on Void DOE to hear you say, are you even trying? Oh, come on. I love doing the Zeth voice. It's so much fun. I walk around the house doing it all day long. It's so much fun. No, but actually with Void, by the way, I've already been talking to my illustrator already. We're gonna take all of the parts from the little manga snippets, and we're gonna actually make a full manga with Void, and just put it into the game. We thought that'd be really cool. Blues and purples are good, not the greens. Yeah, greens will take a little bit of time to identify. So like things like glorious leg plates, jade pieces, the blood forge stuff, those ones are pretty good. Lofty as well, lofty gear, that works incredibly well as well. If you want to sell those types of greens, then by all means go for it, because those sets are you generally wanted. However, you can go for things like Slutmog, which is something in and of itself, but it takes a while to identify which ones they actually are. Nice. Yeah. More things planned with Void. I've just released actually patch 1.1 of Void, which is the what's it called? The Rift mode. So if you wouldn't mind checking it out, I'd love to hear your thoughts. It basically auto generates the zone and auto generates the mobs, and then the mini bosses that come along with it, and you're on a timed instance, and it's basically survive as long as possible, and I just throw everything at you. Also, I fixed a load of the hitboxes on all the bosses and stuff, so should be working pretty good right now. Alongside that, guys, we are going to we have a few more things to actually wait on for when it comes towards our lockout to end. So what I'm going to do is, which instances do you recommend? I'll go through that in a bit, Noah, if you'd like. Bear with me. I'm going to take the dog out to go to the loo, basically. So if you don't mind, I will be a few minutes. So I'll put up a break thing, and then we'll return to that if you don't mind. And then we can get back to our farming session. Okay? Does that sound agreeable? Okay? And we'll hide that. And we are back. Told you I wasn't going to be long. Okay, so we're back. And we've literally got 6 minutes to actually jump over before we jump over towards all of the other things. So let's jump over towards our Brutosaurus and let's get rid of all of the other different things that we need to actually get. Oh, no, we want that. We're going to keep hold of that. Sounds good. Orange face mission now. No problem. Which instances? So, which instances would you recommend for high ticket items? Strathholm is pretty good if you are willing to do Strathholm. Now, Strathholm has a wide variety of different types of Mog, which you can farm up. And these can be the things like the Strathholm Militia Shoulder Guards. They're currently going on my server for around about 150,000 gold. You've got the Gracious Cape. You've got the Juno's Shadow, which is a back piece that's currently on my server for around about 73k. You have the Sacred Cloth Leggings, my server 2,534. Plague Fur Gloves, 74k, or region sale average of 21,000. You also have the Plague Hound Leggings for 387,000 gold. The Plate Fist of Haku, 5,000, and Malorn's Bracer, which is min buyout of around about 449,000 gold. What are we running? Siege of Orgrimmar next. We just need to clean out our bags and get over to Mr. Pandaria. And just get rid of all these nonsensical items that we don't actually need. And actually, let's open up our mobile banking. We can get rid of these little lock boxes. And then boop, shove them in there. And then we got a nice little stockpile going on right there. Oh, we missed one. Get back in and drop that in. There we go. And once we actually jump onto that, we can then go into our transmog vanilla and we just call it Scarlet. And then we just say uncommon. And then we can classify those as uncommon items that we can actually get from this instance. And we can then post those directly to the auction house as well. So we can do that. And we can post all of the other different types of materials that we gained from the Scarlet Monastery farm that we did. So let's just post those. Done. We have 1,035,000 golds worth on the auction house of Transmog at this moment in time. I cannot use TSM on my MacBook without a virtual computer. Kind of sucks. Yeah, definitely. Oof. I don't know what to suggest there. You can use Auctionator. Auctionator will help you with that, with posting stuff to the auction house. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be manual on your part, Noah. But it should be okay in the grand scheme of things. If you farm up just the high ticket items, you won't have many things to repost. It's okay, let's go over to see thingy. I need to double check something with the pets siege of Org. LFR. Yeah, it is on all difficulties. Have you thought about streaming on Twitch, Catitude? No. I actually thought about this, about doing Twitch, and then I was like, all of my subscribers are on YouTube, so the audience is on YouTube. So it just makes sense to stream on YouTube where everyone is. That's literally how I'm looking at it. Because all of the subscribers are already on there, so I don't see the point in trying to move everyone over to Twitch when I can just stream on YouTube and everyone's already there. Auctionator made it pretty easy these days. Yeah, Auctionator is pretty handy, especially if you can't run TSM. Please don't Twitch. I hate it. Really? You don't like Twitch? I sometimes watch Asmongold and Hazelnutty, but that's about it, really, on Twitch. The format is icky, lol. Oh, that's interesting. And our instance cooldown should be off right about now, so we can actually do the Siege of Orgrimmar. When it comes towards Siege of Orgrimmar, so if we go into raids for the Siege of Orgrimmar, we're going to be running this on Raid Finder, and on Raid Finder you can still get the bonus loot, which are the Black Fuse Bombing, Droplet of Yasharaj, Gooey Sharling, and the Kovok Battle Pet. If we make our way over into WorthIt for farming up this, we can actually see that if we go into Raid Pets and go over to Siege of Orgrimmar, the Gooey Sharling is going for around about 13,500 gold, the Droplet of Yasharaj at 31,000 gold, the Black Fuse Bombing at 14,500 gold, and Kovok for 13,296 gold. So it's worth giving it a shot on LFR mode. Now, the drop chances don't matter when it comes towards what difficulty you're on, so just do LFR. It should work out pretty good for you. However, we will need to speak to Zadormi to thingy, because I really don't like the Enzloff invasion place. Only watch Twitch for Blizz drops. Yeah, I can agree with you there, Adventure. Yeah, I only watch Twitch for the Twitch drops at the moment. Where is Zadormi? I can't remember where she is. Isn't she just outside? The format is the same on literally every platform except YouTube. Alright, fair play. I must tell you all, I am an old lady. New habits are difficult for me. I am 67, soon to be 68. Damn, Jenny. I didn't expect you to be playing WoW. I'll be honest. But fair play. Battle Pets never drop for me. Makes me sad. Don't worry. Don't worry. We've been having some rough RNG, Cat. We've been having some rough RNG today. I watch my own stream for drops. Works perfect. Really? That's pretty good. What was it? I really wish. I want these. Why can't I just have the Phoenix? Right, so LFR mode. We can go over to one of these guys and we can find the LFR guy. So if we go over here, we can actually see which ones we're actually looking for. So Raid Finder, Storyteller, we can access with the Raid Finder in the Veil of Eternal Blossoms any of the raids, so we can farm up the battle pets more effectively. We could literally just do all of these if we wanted to. So what we could do is the Veil of Eternal Sorrows. We can do that, and we'll start there right now. And then we'll work our way down through all of these ones to actually do the run of the Siege of Orgrimmar for that. WoW Grammar players, wow. I know many people don't think older people play. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, Jenny. I really wasn't expecting that. But you know what? Fair play. If you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game, right? So let's start off a new session. Oh yeah, loot appraiser. And I'm not only the one suffering with pet market. Yeah, basically, it's all RNG based, so it's how much you can actually do it. We don't actually have to kill any of these mobs, but it can work out. What we want to do is we want to beamline it towards the boss. So we can just use our prowl ability to just run past all of these mobs, because realistically we just want to take out the bosses as fast as possible, and that's where we're actually going to get the chances of beating all these guys. I love playing WoW. You and me both. You and me both. So Immersus is now taken out. Oh no, wait! I forgot this mechanic. You have to destroy all the things. Okay, right. Okay, Immersus. Okay, we want these ones over here. We want to take out as many of these packs as possible. Okay, that's done. And then he'll reform. Boom. This one. I remember this boss takes ages to do. Oof. Be alright. Oh no, there's... Oh, come here. Yeah, you're right, Immersus. Purify the mobs. We can do this. Going to run dead mines and see what IQ you can get. Dead mines is a pretty much an is one of those ones where you don't know what you're really gonna get. Immersus is down, and apparently I got an achievement for killing Immersus. Fair play. Let's loot up. This isn't a boss that actually gives any of the loot thingy, but at least we got a new piece of transmog from that. So let's just keep going. WorthIt saying it's the best to run right now, Jenny. Yeah. Moosh. Just FYI, bud. The WorthIt on Dead Mines is a little bit bugged with the value on that. It's pretty bad. All of the other ones should be okay, but Dead Mines is a little bit bugged, so just bear with that. Some of the values just aren't calculating correctly. So let's just keep going with all of these guys right now. We'll just burn them down. And they're taken out. Win. Thank you. Why can't I loot you? Why won't it let me loot you? Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, okay, I remember running this. Okay, let's keep going. Oh wow. Yeah. It's a little bit bugged on that one. It's not very fun. I really don't know what's actually causing it though. It shouldn't actually be that bad. I'll have to have a look into the code. I could have a look in a minute actually. After we've done Siege of Orgrimmar, like the full clear, we'll double check and we'll have a look at the code of WorthIt and have a look at the Dead Mines information, farming data if you want. What happened to a lot to me yesterday? Click no loot. That happened to me. Click no loot. Yeah, it is kind of annoying, but we'll be okay. We have Lawwalker Cho, Mr. Lawwalker Cho. The fun fact about Lawwalker Cho, his voice actor is Hondo from Star Wars Clone Wars. Just so you know. Okay. Nourishing. Further corruption. Further corruption. No, we are here. You wish to purge the corruption. I believe this boss is the one for. Yeah, Shah of Pride. Shah of Pride is the one that drops the gooey sharling and the droplet of Yasharaj. So they're one of our good ones. Question for those of you who craft gear: do you use regular sell gear operation, or do you make a crafting operation? I make a crafting operation, Cat. And then I make sure that it does everything alongside that. So I make sure that it has what I need. If we go into here quickly, go to crafting operations. So I do this for consumables. Where do you get WorthIt? You get WorthIt on oh, hello. You get WorthIt on CurseForge, by the way. Thank you. Didn't get anything decent from that. That's a shame. We can then do Shah of Pride. I don't craft gear or any, no money in it for me. So sell the mats for everything. Alright, fair play. I personally prefer transmog farming. I find that to be the most fun for me. So with this boss, we need to take out all of these lovely little friends. Boom. And a boom. But yeah, we can just speed this up like that. Boom. Just wait. We're not actually getting anything from this, but I'm terrible with my math, so trying to make one myself is not a good idea. Kat, you know my crafting, my TSM setup is on the Patreon, right? You have access to the Patreon as well, so you can always use mine if you want, and then just move and adapt things to whatever you fancy. Pieces that go for a ton of gold. Oh, yep, I'm going to look at it for sure. Yeah. I updated it the other day. I'm gonna be doing another update on it tomorrow if you want to use it. Right, Shah of Pride. Let's hope we get a battle pet on this one. So let's have a gander, shall we? So do that. See that. Take him out. That should be all right. I have a text message. Oh, hello. Okie dokie, that's done there. I understand the crafting in Dragonflight, so I gave up, lol. They made the crafting in Dragonflight to be a bit more complex than just get the materials and thing it. So it was just a little bit more annoying. Garrosh's axe. Gorhow. Yeah. Right. That is the last part of this part of Siege of Orgrimmar. That one was the Shower of Pride. That one can drop the Droplet of Yasharaj. That one can also drop the Gooey Sharling. However, we do have the other ones to do, which are the Gates of Retribution, Beneath Orgrimmar, and the Downfall of Garrosh. Along with that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop the stream right now. I need to sort some stuff out, if you don't mind. So have a lovely rest of your day. I will continue this stream where we left off tomorrow, or failing that, the next time I'm free. But I will be streaming tomorrow. It will just most likely be the herbalism and mining. So, okay. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I wish you all the best. And let me know if you get any good loot. Yeah. Take it easy. And I'll see you soon. This is when it fades out to the outro.